Imagine you are taking a swim along the beach and you spot the cutest little creature. It can hardly fit in the palm of your hand. Its small body is gliding with the waves. You just dismiss it as just another basic octopus. But as if it can sense this dismissal, some bright blue rings appear on its body. It's magnificent, and for a minute, you start believing the old story of aliens living in the ocean. Not many people know that danger might be lurking in shallow ocean waters. Encountering a blue-ringed octopus is a near-death experience, especially if you don't take the necessary precautions. So if you encounter this sea animal, do this or get wrecked. You have just spotted a blue-ringed octopus. Although these creatures are tiny, they have one of the deadliest venoms in the ocean. Its arms stretch out about 4 inches, and it's the size of a golf ball.
Oh, golly.
If you are swimming in tide pools, near coral reefs, or rocky shores, beware of the blue-ringed octopus. You will also find them camouflaged in crevices, shells, and under rocks. You can also find them in sandy ocean floors. So if you like swimming at night, then you should probably know that these creatures also come out at night to hunt. Now, when those bright blue rings shine, that's a signal for danger. But the good news is that the blue-ringed octopus rarely attacks humans. And even better news, people rarely die from these bites. In fact, there are only 3 recorded deaths from the blue-ringed octopus. But don't be misled. A bite from a blue-ringed octopus is very dangerous. And here's the gag. There is no antivenom. When you are bitten by a snake, you are often given an antivenom to counteract the effects of the poison. But that's not the case for the blue-ringed octopus. The treatment for this venom usually revolves around keeping you alive until it wears off naturally. So you really want to seek medical attention immediately after being bitten by the blue-ringed octopus. Because unlike your ex, its toxicity isn't something you can just ignore. Now let's get back to the attack itself. Unlike other vicious killers in the ocean, the blue-ringed octopus will not actively hunt you. In fact, it will wait for you to disturb it within its habitat. So if you like picking up shells on the beach, you might find yourself in an unfortunate situation. This was the case with a woman in Mossman, Sydney in March 2023. The New South Wales ambulance inspector, Christian Holmes, confirmed that the woman picked up a shell with a blue-ringed octopus. The animal then felt threatened and jumped on her stomach, leaving a bite. She then proceeded to put the animal in the jar so that medical professionals could properly administer help. According to Mr. Holmes, it is very important to seek help immediately after an octopus bite, or you'll face imminent death. Surprisingly though, it was the first time for the Australian healthcare officer to see a blue-ringed octopus bite, which only proves the point that these animals rarely attack. So, the bite. What are the symptoms of a blue-ringed octopus bite? The first symptom you'll feel is tingling and numbness around the mouth. You see, the creature produces a venom which contains tetrodotoxin, abbreviated as TTX. 1 milligram of this venom can kill a human, and 1 bite contains enough venom to kill 26 human beings. It uses its beak to shoot the venom. Imagine a tiny sea creature punching a hole in your skin and then injecting a whole lot of venom. In fact, the bite is so tiny that you probably won't feel it. It's a small cut that can draw only a drop of blood. And what about the venom? The venom is in the saliva and it works by paralyzing the prey. This small octopus likes to feed on small crustaceans like crabs and shrimps. Its beak is so powerful that it can pierce through the hard exoskeletons of these animals. When catching smaller fish, the octopus just spits this venom in the water and it gets into the fish through its gills. But get this, the venom does not kill the prey, just paralyzes it so that the octopus can eat it alive. Nature really can be quite unforgiving. But the good thing is that you are too big to be immediately paralyzed by this venom. The venom usually starts working in 5 to 10 minutes, so if you don't seek medical attention immediately, you could end up completely paralyzed and eventually your respiratory system would just give out. Within a few minutes after the bite, you will start experiencing nausea, weakness that's consistently getting worse, vomiting, vision problems, and difficulty swallowing, speaking, and breathing. Reports from people who have survived the ordeal say that you can feel everything, but can't move. The severity of the symptoms will depend on the amount of venom you've gotten from the bite. If you happen to meet a blue-ringed octopus, just hope you find it on a good day. Maybe it's already had its coffee and isn't feeling quite so venomous. In the worst-case scenario, a person may experience unconsciousness, paralysis, and respiratory failure, which can result in death. The severity of the bite also depends on your age and state of well-being. For instance, these bites are fatal to children and young adults. If you are taken to the hospital as a result of respiratory depression, there will be resuscitation efforts performed by a trained professional. You will receive supplemental oxygen and IV fluids. If you cannot breathe properly on your own, you will undergo intubation. Additionally, the medics put you under observation and treat the symptoms accordingly. So that means if you are experiencing nausea, they will administer medication. Immediate action is crucial after a blue-ringed octopus bite due to the fast-acting nature of its venom. First, apply a compression bandage similar to how you would for a snake bite. Start by positioning the bandage above the bite wound and wrap it snugly upwards along the limb, but ensure it's not too tight. Do not attempt to suck out the venom or apply substances like vinegar or hot water to the wound, as these methods are ineffective and could make matters worse. Once the bandage is secure, call emergency services right away. Try to remain calm and limit movement, as physical activity can accelerate the spread of venom through your bloodstream. In extreme cases, respiratory difficulties can arise following a bite, making CPR skills critical. Here's a concise guide to performing CPR correctly if you're with someone who has been bitten. 1. Positioning your hands. Place one hand on top of the other in the center of the chest. Keep your elbows straight to ensure proper technique. 2. Chest compressions. Firmly compress the chest at a rate of at least 100 to 120 times per minute. Each compression should be at least 2 inches, 5 centimeters deep, allowing the chest to fully recoil between compressions. 3. Rescue breaths. If trained and confident, you can perform rescue breaths. First, tilt the victim's head back and pinch their nose shut. Give a breath lasting longer than 1 second. Watch for the chest to rise, which indicates effective breath. If the chest doesn't rise, reposition the head and try again. 4. CPR cycle. Alternate 30 chest compressions with 2 rescue breaths. Continue this cycle until emergency responders arrive or the person shows signs of recovery, such as breathing independently. It's crucial to act swiftly and efficiently, and if unsure about performing rescue breaths, focus on continuous chest compressions. So far, we have gathered that the blue-ringed octopus bite is extremely dangerous. But how prevalent are these animals really? There have been reports that there has been a spike in their numbers in recent years. For instance, in January 2023, there were many dead blue-ringed octopuses found on a beach in South Australia. This was following a mass death of marine critters triggered by unknown causes. So be sure to keep an eye on your toddlers when you visit the beach. You won't find them on just any beach. Octopuses are known to be very sensitive to the weather. You will mostly find the blue-ringed octopus in the Indian and Pacific Ocean regions. We are talking about Australia, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, the Philippines, Malaysia, and Japan. Surprisingly though, this sea animal does not have a long lifespan. It stays alive for only 6 months. In fact, a female blue-ringed octopus only reproduces once in her lifetime. She guards her eggs without leaving her nest, not even to eat. She dies soon after she hatches her babies. Her babies then have to figure out the world by themselves. But that's probably not hard for them, because they can literally shoot and paralyze their prey. Given the grave risks associated with the blue-ringed octopus, a newfound caution while beachcombing is advisable. How do you feel about exploring coastal areas now? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And until next time, stay safe and try not to get wrecked.